brought to you by PlayTracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, friend activity, and more. Lately, I've been pondering some of life's most difficult questions. Am I the person I want to be? What happens to our consciousness after we die? Do spiders have lungs? Just how much of my existence has been spent replaying From Software games? Luckily, PlayTracker is here to help us answer at least one of those questions, earn some free games, and potentially win $250. Step 1. Join Second Wind's PlayTracker Guild at the link below. Step 2. Play games recommended by the Second Wind staff to earn points. Step 3. Use those points to redeem a free game. Step 4. Profit. Like spiritually and monetarily. At the end of August, the person who has earned the most points will receive a $250 gift card to the game platform of their choice. Unite your gaming multiverse and be rewarded for it with PlayTracker today.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Firelink Podcast, episode number 122 for Thursday, August 6th, 2026. Marty Sleva here, joined by Casey Wosu and producer Eric. Nick is out this week. He's officially moved. I don't know if he did what we told him to and moved his, started packing early, but regardless, I believe he's in a new apartment. So he might be watching this right now. Do you think Nick's watching this right now?
I believe he's not present because he wouldn't have had internet installed yet, so it might be impossible for him to watch this.
If he shows up in the fucker, wait, that was clearly Eric. I heard Eric. I heard your goddamn keyboard, Eric. You can't do that. We got a great show for y'all today. We got, instead of one major topic, we got a couple minor topics. We got some casting reports of Kratos in God of War, and you might be saying to yourself, hasn't Kratos already been casted? Well, there's a lot of drama behind that.
Funny story.
Someone slightly more famous might be playing Kratos. We're also going to talk, as you can see in the thumbnail, about this GTA 6 extended look coming to Netflix, which is very strange, very unprecedented. But I'm going to make an argument for why it makes sense, and people are not going to be thrilled with that. Because let me tell you,
I'm curious, but I might be in the same boat.
Bootlicker, a teetotaler. I don't think it's what teetotaling is, but they'll call me a bootlicker. And then I know we're big Fire Emblem fans, and Nintendo had a big old Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave Direct earlier this week.
Yeah.
We got a lot of details on the game coming out in about a month or so. So we'll be talking about that, as well as other games and movies we've been watching.
Of course.
Casey, how are you doing?
Yes. I am doing all right.
Good.
Summer's winding down.
Yeah.
As always, yes, it's the best you can hope for in these uncertain times. That's the phrase, right?
You're getting over a cold or allergies?
Oh yeah. I was down bad earlier this week. We threw a birthday party for my son on Saturday. Like, his birthday is still to come, but because he's leaving at the end of this week back to Illinois, we threw his birthday party for New Jersey last Saturday. We were at a place called Activate, which I think I talked about before. It was really fun. Lots of kids running around. But I am positive that I was infected by some sort of illness, and because immediately that night I was feeling like all this like scratchiness and phlegm in my throat and whatnot. And then over the weekend, I was kind of holding it together. But then Monday, I was completely I was still working, I was at my desk, but I would have to get up and sneeze for 5 to 10 minutes every couple. It was terrible.
Yeah, being on camera or on microphone when you feel like that is not great. Yeah.
It was rough.
Also, that was Activate of the tri-state area. If you want to sponsor us, and if you want us to stop saying that your place is the Typhoid Mary of getting people sick, come toss us some money. We'll absolutely sponsor you.
Yeah, I'll talk about it. It's very video game like. So
it's
not like a non-synergist relationship, but why not?
Yeah, it sounded cool. I'm glad you guys had a good time, other than dying afterwards. So
I made it.
No big deal.
How about you? What were you up to this past week?
What was I up to this weekend? I just keep watching One Piece. Like I keep thinking, no, like a couple weeks ago, I went to Chicago. I went to the Field Museum and I saw the Pokemon exhibit, which was a blast.
You mentioned you were going to do that.
Yeah, and I have tickets coming. I'm gonna go see. There's a Chrono Trigger concert in Chicago in October that I'm going to see, like a big old official like orchestrated concert, and I'm excited.
I would love to go to one. For any sort of big game franchise, like I would take out time to go because that sounds really cool. I was literally
there's a Metaphor ReFantazio one and a Chrono Trigger one a few days apart, and I'm like, I can't go to both of these. Which one? And I'm like, I gotta go to Chrono Trigger. If it was Persona, that would be a much tougher choice. Like Metaphor to me, like I just don't. I've only played Metaphor once. I don't have like
Kid on the Block.
Exactly.
And it's really like that one banger. Like it probably has a great soundtrack overall, but like it's that one banger track that really stole everyone's hearts.
Yeah. And I'm like, is that guy gonna be here? Who's doing that like crazy mumbling? Also, you said New Kids on the Block. What if New Kids on the Block were there? It was like Metaphor ReFantazio featuring New Kids on the Block. New Kids.
That'd be weird. Do you think Bobby Brown could do those monk chants?
Sure. I think Bobby Brown could do those monk chants. Yeah, absolutely. This would be the part of the show where Nick was very confused at what we were talking about. Nick would not know what we were talking about. He'd be like, is that like Puddle of Mud? And we'd be like, yeah, Nick, it's like Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, it's like Puddle of Mud.
Let's jump into our first news story, which is, we've been talking about how Amazon's God of War series, it was cast. Ryan Hurst of Sons of Anarchy fame also appeared in, I believe he played Mentor in The Odyssey. Did you see The Odyssey?
Yes, I did see The Odyssey.
He showed up every once in a while. He was a dude. He was training Tom Holland every once in a while. He was literally named a mentor in the poem, which is literally where the term mentor comes from. Like he was the first mentor.
I had no idea. His government name was Mentor, and then it just created a word. Nice.
Yeah, insane. You know what, Odyssey? They just created the word Odyssey.
All right, same deal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So Ryan Hurst originally was going to play Kratos, filmed a couple episodes, got injured on set during doing a stunt.
Yes, I heard
was going to be out for several months up to next year. And so reports came out that, okay, they're looking for a new Kratos and they're going to reshoot the first few episodes. And then reports came out that they were thinking of recasting Atreus in the second season, which kind of makes sense because a kid that age is also just getting older very quickly before our eyes.
This is the thing that happens.
Yeah, to child actors. Schedules. But Deadline reported this week that the latest name being tossed around to fill in the shoes of Kratos, Dave Bautista, known as obviously a big WWE wrestler, but then ended up taking roles in stuff like obviously as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, but smaller roles in movies like Blade Runner, the Denis Villeneuve Blade Runner and everything.
Was he not also in Dune?
Yeah, he was also in the first Dune. Yeah, he played one of the Baldies.
One of those guys.
Look at Eric already made him look. Eric's making him look like Kratos. Right?
Just spray paint in his face.
Eric's gunning for that role as costume designer. Sight unseen, what do you think about the idea of Bautista stepping into this role?
It's funny that this news is floating around after having in the past 2 weeks gone to see both Odyssey and Spider-Man Brand New Day, and realizing we're watching a lot of movies with a lot of the same freaking actors in them.
Literally, there was an episode of Hot Ones with Barenthal and Tom Holland, and they just were answering questions about both movies.
Yeah. Because everybody's in everything, just the same 10 to 15 actors. And like, it's cool because a lot of them are very, very talented, but also it's like, this is kind of nuts. Dave Bautista has been in a lot of stuff. He is probably the most successful, not counting The Rock, who is kind of his own thing, like actor, like wrestler turned actor, I want to say, in terms of him being like really good at the craft and kind of fully converting to being an actor and not like a wrestler who acts, right? So it's a really good pick to play a video game character in our IP driven world. Like Kratos is a big IP. Folks are going to be excited about this because he's a known entity. He looks the part, as a lot of fans are going to harp on for these sorts of things. But I gotta say, as thinking about it from Ryan Hurst's perspective, that's gotta fucking suck.
He's got to be like, this is it. Like, I found my role. I found my franchise role. Like, this is the thing I could keep coming back to. If this thing is good, this is going to vault me to other things. And yeah, that is devastating. And
like, that's like the worst possible, like, well, good luck, because like you're a working actor, you get this big role, and then you hurt yourself, which is that affects your real life, not just your career life.
Sure, yeah.
Like, who knows if his I think it was like a bicep tear, they said, is what happened to him. And who knows if that arm is going to work properly, going forward. Mm-hmm. But even if he's back to get, all well and done, like, the production has just decided to dump him. Like, that really sucks. Like, I feel kind of bad.
What if on Monday night, when you couldn't show up to, that was a bad way to fare. When you were sick and you sat out from Hot Monday Energy, what if Tuesday morning they were like, you've been recast? You're like, guys, I'll probably be fine next week.
But recast by someone who's like just way more talented than me. Let me not say
Roman Reigns.
Let me not say more talented, but someone who is like very good at that job. Yeah, it's like, hey, this person is going to take this job from now on. This is that person's job.
There's a couple things funny about this. One, I think Dave Bautista is a really good actor. So this is cool. I think he can play serious, he can play scary, he could play action, he could play funny. Two, he's getting kind of old, and he has slimmed down, because he's like, I spent 25 years of my life staying in the shape of a Greek god, ironically staying in the shape of a Greek god, and I don't want to do that anymore because I'm in my 50s and I want to just be able to enjoy myself. That being said, I do think this Kratos, assuming like this show is obviously going to be about the modern God of Wars, he's a little bit older. Like, you could put some pelts on him. That's fine.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to be.
Yeah, this isn't prime Kratos.
And honestly, like, I think that, like, the way Chris Pratt had to, like, get fucking shredded for the first Guardians movie for, like, one shot where he's not wearing his shirt, and I'm like, you don't have to do that. Like, I'm not asking you to do that.
Marvel has loosened up on that sort of thing. Like,
because there was also, like, Robert Downey Jr. at one point took his shirt off and was shredded. I'm like, you don't.
Yep.
What? You're literally in a robot suit. You don't need to be like cut like this.
Well, you sign up to be a superhero, you got to get cut. Them's the rules.
Yeah, I guess so. And you probably get, I don't know, they might be excited by the fact that it's like, oh, Disney is going to pay for me to get in, like, unbelievable shape for a year. Yeah. Another thing that is kind of funny, though, is that there has been, for literal decades, people have been like, he should be in Gears of War. Batista should be in Gears of War. Yeah. There's a Gears of War Netflix series or movie. I don't know if it's
it was a series, I remember, yeah.
And everyone's like, this is it. He could finally play it. And it would be so funny if he ended up playing Kratos and wasn't able to be in Gears of War.
Do you think that they'd bar him? Like, if he signs the Kratos contract, they're like, you better not be in no Microsoft
You can't be in two GOWs. You could be in one GOW. You can't be in two GOWs.
He has to. That completes the circle. Because from the very beginning, there's always been Gears of War, GOW, and God of War, GOW. Like, that's always been a thing for whatever reason. They always release at, like, seemingly similar times as well.
Yeah. They even had after their trilogy, they had their one-off game with Ascension sort of prequel, and Judgment. That was the name of the series, another word. Yeah, that's funny.
But Dave Bautista should be able to link them both. We need this to happen. Make it happen.
There you go, Bautista. Donald Seaman in the Patreon, thank you so much, Donald, said something you touched on earlier, but said, between Bautista, Cena, and The Rock, who is the best actor? And then added, and why is it Bautista? That was a little bit of editorializing there. But do you think between the three of those, would you go with Bautista?
I would go with Bautista. I think he's the most versatile. And there are different kinds of actors. Like, I've gotten into debates about this sort of thing with friends before, where, like, oh, what do you consider acting? Some folks much more prefer, like, character actors who can disappear into the role versus, like, personalities who kind of take over the role. I think both are good and have their merits, and different people are good at different things. I believe Bautista is more entertaining to watch in the roles he's had, despite not being as, like, he doesn't have his own charismatic personality that kind of overwrites things, which is the more John Cena and Rock type character.
Yeah, which is
I've never seen John Cena disappear into a role.
No, and it's similar to in wrestling. Like John Cena and The Rock were larger than life figures, and whenever they're in a movie, it's kind of like, oh, you are that person. You're very charismatic, and I think Cena's been moving up. Like I think he's really good in Peacemaker. Like I think he's fucking great as Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a couple curveballs at you. We got Street Fighter coming out soon. We got Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Do you think either of them could take this crown?
I'll be honest. I don't know enough about either Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns. Like they're newer guys. Like they're like next generation people. Like they have lineages of older wrestlers that I do know.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is like of the Rock's family. That whole
right. Yeah, I think he's a cousin or something. And
and Cody Rhodes was Dusty Rhodes.
No, Cody is from Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah,
child or grandchild. I don't know. I don't know how old Dusty Rhodes is.
Child. Yeah, they were. I think he had a lot of kids.
Listen, you know what?
When you were on the road, you got a lot of kids in the wrestling circus. Yeah. You don't think either of them, but you're holding out?
I don't know. I still think that movie's gonna be bad. While sitting for Spider-Man,
good.
You think it's gonna be good? Well, they showed a preview before Spider-Man started. It was Jason Momoa as Blanca, like flitting around the prison cell or whatever. Looked really bad.
It looked silly. It looked really silly.
Jason Momoa's Brazilian accent. Like, what are we doing?
It's really bad. Really bad.
Jason Momoa also in Dune.
Everyone's just the same. All these are the same movie.
Every single one.
Yeah. Before we move on to GTA, sticking with casting, there was some news earlier today about Zelda casting. I don't know if you saw this. A man named Uli Latukefu, who I'm not familiar with, is playing Ganondorf. Apparently he was in Black Adam, or it might have been Black Lightning. Shit. I saw the word black and I knew it was a superhero and I stopped reading. So he is playing, he's signed on for Ganondorf for a multi-role deal, a multi-movie deal. But then a couple other casting news have popped up. Apparently, the Legend of Zelda movie is going to be Sam Neill's final role. Sam Neill, who passed away just a few weeks ago, filmed a role for this movie. Filmed in Australia or New Zealand. Makes sense that he was in this movie. My guess is he's gonna be Rauru / the owl, Kepagabora. He seems owl-like. He seemed wise. Like in Jurassic Park, he could have been an owl.
You think they're gonna cast the owl in these movies?
Yeah, I think this is gonna be mostly an Ocarina of Time story, and Kepagabora is very important. He was Rauru. He was the king of Hyrule, and he came back to Link as an owl.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, he could be a real man.
I feel like you could write around that. I don't think we need.
You know why?
I don't think we need it.
I want a talking owl. I'm also very excited because Dickon Lackman, is supposedly cast as Impa, and she would. Have you watched Severance?
Yes. She
plays the therapist who's, spoilers, actually the wife.
Oh, Gemma.
Yeah. Miss Gemma, is that what they call her? Or no, Miss. No, they call her Miss something. Yeah, and her name is Gemma.
Was Gemma. Yeah,
she's playing Impa, and they showed a picture of her. She's got a very distinct face. Her face next to what Impa looks like in Skyward Sword, and I'm like, literally, that's the same person. So well done. You did very good.
Wow. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, no shade to the actors and their ability, but I'm worried when the casting is so spot on, like when it's just about the look, like they're trying to match the look, because that's much more pandering to the audience versus the story, like a story being attempted to be told. And it just gives me a sense of where the priorities might be in terms of production.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be a nothing burger, but I don't know. It just gives me a bit of a reason for a pause.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching this season of House of the Dragon, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, who's playing Link, is on that. And so far, where I'm at, I'm not caught up. He hasn't had a lot to do. He's kind of been a passive character, and I want to see him. I want to see him pick up a pot and throw it. To be honest, that's like, if he does that, I'm gonna be like,
that's the test.
You could be a great Link. So yeah,
hear him get, like, cut his finger and go, ah!
Yeah, exactly. That movie's not coming out till, I believe, 2028. No, maybe that is next summer. That might be.
Didn't they say something about like shooting being finished on that movie?
Yeah, shooting has wrapped. So yeah, maybe it is next.
So
summer.
how are they just now announcing Ganon is Ganon not in this movie?
No, they do a thing where like they can keep it relatively secret, and they'll be like, "So and so has been added to the cast," and it's like you finished filming several months ago.
Yeah, like what?
They were already in the cast. It's almost like they're like, okay, we're gonna drip feed these, and I bet with Nintendo they're probably like, we want Miyamoto-san to reveal the casting of all these. So these were less.
Sure.
I don't think these were official. These were more of like reporters reporting. I'm sure Miyamoto's very upset right now. He's throwing a pot in his office. He picked up a potted plant and just smashed it in his office.
All right.
But this kind of dovetails into, and thank you so much, everyone, for the super chats. We'll get to those shortly. But this dovetails into the GTA thing a little bit, just in terms of when we were talking about how do you announce casting in a movie, like what does this lead up look like, and Grand Theft Auto 6 obviously coming in November. They announced this morning that the next extended look is coming on August 27th at 2 p.m. Central and is debuting exclusively on Netflix for 6 hours, and then 6 hours later it'll be on YouTube for everyone to watch. The first thing when I saw this news, I opened up Netflix, and the first thing, it was a literal pop-up screen on my television for GTA 6. The response to this has I feel like has ranged from like, holy shit, look at Rockstar swinging their dick, to this is like corporate greed at its fullest. How do you feel about this, Casey?
I'm curious what the argument is for corporate greed. I mean, because everything is corporate greed. Everyone is trying to make money. This, I'm sure, cost money. Someone paid to do this. I'm assuming it's Netflix. I'm assuming Netflix said, hey, allow us to do this thing. We'll give you a lot of money. And Rockstar said, sure, why not? Because it literally costs them nothing. Like, it's exclusive on this smaller platform. And then they get to do their regular plan, which was release it to the world.
Yeah.
6 hours
instead
later,
of just putting it on
like
YouTube, they get
a big paycheck.
10 million, 50 million. Yeah. I don't know how much money Netflix is paying, but a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Netflix tends to pay a lot of money from what we hear, like in terms of just what they throw at things they want. And I'm assuming this was Netflix's idea. I don't think this was like a pitch from Rockstar. Like Netflix has done this sort of thing in the past where like something's in the zeitgeist and they sort of incorporate it. Like there was one F1 race that was made live on Netflix, despite the fact that Apple inked an exclusive deal for all the F1 stuff. But like they somehow were able to also grab just this one race. Like, hey, that's a big deal. Let's get at least one. I don't know when that deal started, but they did it.
Yeah, they dipped their toe into celebrity boxing. They had the home run derby
bullshit.
Just a month ago. Yeah, home run derby. They've done football games. They've done big comedy specials. They had like a Dave Chappelle comedy special that was live. So
a Kevin Hart roast, a little.
That's right. Ago. Yeah. Conspiracy corner.
Okay.
Do you think this was originally going to be a state of play, and Rockstar saw how every Sony thing has been bombarded with negative comments because of the disc announcement? Every Sony post and every Sony announcement, the fucking Wolverine trailer, a third-party trailer, an indie trailer, is inundated with negative comments asking about discs.
Is that still happening?
It is. I think it is still happening. It will not continue to happen. Like spoilers, the internet will get tired.
Yes.
Sony, this will not hurt Sony. Sony will not care, and they will move on.
I think that's what's going to happen. But in terms of the conspiracy, I don't think so. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Rockstar doesn't generally align with a publisher for these things, right? They don't.
Not for a long time. GTA 4, they aligned with Xbox 360. I don't know if you remember at an E3, Peter Moore came out, lifted up his shirt,
right.
And he had the 4 tattoo with the date. I believe the DLCs were either exclusive or dropped first. That was a different era. That was kind of Rockstar wasn't as big as they are now, and the 360 was kind of clearly at the top of the zeitgeist now.
Yeah, they were the winners of that time period, but like 4 kind of propelled them to the point where I cannot remember if 5 was aligned with anything, but
it was not.
But Red Dead Redemption 2 definitely wasn't. Like that was Rockstar was just doing whatever they wanted on their own time.
Mhm.
So I don't imagine if Sony did, I'm sure everyone approached them. If we're being honest, everyone was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
what do we do to be part of this?" And it was like, "F you, F you, F you," and Netflix just put a bag of money on the floor. It was like, "Hey, you can do whatever you want to do. Just let us do
Yeah.
this little thing here in the corner, and we'll pay you $100 million,
Yeah.
like something stupid, right?"
Yeah. Well, and they
the
just
thing
keep sliding. They just keep sliding the money over. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, how can you say no? Like, they lose nothing from this. Like, the issue would have been if it stayed on Netflix, which still wouldn't be a huge issue because someone was going to rip it. It was going to show up on, YouTube eventually. Also,
And
the
it's
6 hours thing,
hours.
I think that's wishful thinking. This is going to be up immediately.
Oh, yes. No, I completely agree. And also, people, Netflix released a weird statement of like, sure, you can use it in your reaction videos and your coverage. And people are like, but can we stream it? Like that kind of thing. Also, that is a first world problem because fucking only 0.0001% of people give a shit about. But what about my coverage of the thing?
Right. Yeah.
And this thing is going to be up in 6 hours for everyone to see as well. Reflex is a dead cat.
Internet time though.
Yeah, that is true. Reflex is a dead cat with a question in the chat said, why are we assuming Rockstar is getting paid? Wouldn't it be more likely that they got a discount to put an ad on their service? That is, I mean, we don't know. We are making assumptions.
Yeah, we don't know. I am assuming
because I don't think everything we've mentioned before was Netflix paying for the rights to show something. All those live things, all those shows. I don't know if anyone has paid Netflix for the right to have their thing on there. And I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is the biggest pop culture entertainment thing of 2026. It's bigger than Spider-Man. It's bigger than the Odyssey. It's going to be bigger than any fall movie. And Netflix wants to align themselves with that. So yeah.
Like, you gotta, like, we have to keep in mind, Netflix is probably the biggest streamer, but that's still a small subsection of viewers. It's not as big. It's not anywhere near as big as like regular network TV, and it's nowhere near as big as like the vastness of a YouTube page.
YouTube.
Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So like Rockstar would be hurting themselves if they chose to just make it like they're not getting extra advertising by going to Netflix for this.
Yeah.
Netflix is the one who benefits by getting people interested in watching the thing on Netflix, because even if they already subscribed to it, maybe they would have been watching YouTube when the thing released. Now they'll be tuned into Netflix, and that counts for their metrics and their engagement and whatever the hell they're trying to do.
And for Rockstar, that's a different audience. Like, Rockstar's got the Keeley audience, the IGN audience, your favorite streamer audience. Y'all already know GTA 6 is coming. Our audience knows GTA, whether you give a shit or not. If you're watching any content creator on YouTube, you probably know GTA 6 is coming. A lot of people with Netflix might not. Like, so maybe this is like for the most casual of casuals who pop open Netflix to watch them. You're like, oh, holy shit, there's a new Grand Theft Auto? I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 5 13 years ago, which is terrifying. I don't like the thought of that. I don't like thinking that it was 13 years since that, but
that's such a long time ago.
It is such a long time. Yeah. So yeah, I don't quite see the, like, this is corporate greed at its highest. I don't quite see the, like, this is Rockstar saying a fuck you to their fans. First off, it is 6 hours. All of us are capable of waiting. Second off, like you said, it will not be 6 hours. It will be about 30 seconds before.
Yeah, it's an imaginary 6 hours.
Yeah, it is an imaginary 6 hours. I'm just curious if this thing doesn't feel like oh, holy shit. Okay, I get why this is a special reveal. If it's a reveal where everyone's kind of like, oh, is that it? That's going to be funny. This needs to be a real special reveal.
What else could it be? Like, because what Rockstar does, and this they haven't strayed from their path, is they give you like, it's like the calm lady voice, and then it's just kind of a deep dive and walkthrough of, hey, here's the city, here's a little about the characters, here's some of the stuff you can do, and like it all looks very impressive, but it is just a gameplay demo. It's something that we as gamers and our community have seen a million times before. It's a Rockstar game, it's a Grand Theft Auto game, it's a Red Dead game or whatever. So like some of those systems will kind of impress a little more than others. I don't know that's going to be something that's different, but like you were saying, if it gets in front of a more casual audience, it might be something they've never seen before. or something that they've not seen in a really, really long time.
Yeah, that is.
And that might be enough to be like, oh, I don't even care about video games, but this is like real life. I got to play this thing that reminds me of going to work.
Yeah, with a great point. And Eric mentioned earlier, like the GTA Definitive Trilogy and Red Dead 1 are already on Netflix, so that's like a little bit of synergy as their Netflix games kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Tommy Salty, also in the Patreon. Thank you so much, Tommy, said, do you think GTA 6 will bring back quote unquote monoculture? It's a pop culture mammoth, even a layman will know about it. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm really excited for it, is because we just kind of don't get these, holy shit, everyone's kind of talking about this thing. And I like that. Like, we don't get that a lot anymore. And I like the idea that for a little while, everyone's going to be talking about this game, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it disappoints, controversy, no controversy. And I think that's kind of cool.
Does GTA 6 have the potential to heal the world?
Can it heal the world? Bring peace to the Middle East. Thank you, Hauser Brothers. I don't know if both of you work there anymore.
Like, I mean, like when this game releases, like how many people are not going to be doing other things? How many people are going to be spending time doing this? There's a not insignificant amount of the world's productivity that might actually take a bit of a hit.
That's exciting. I think
that's cool. Kind of crazy. Like, yeah,
I think it's cool to just watch that from the outside, even if you don't give a shit about the thing itself. I just think that's like a neat event.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to just, even if you don't care about the thing, it's fun to like see the wave. Mm-hmm. Like the same thing with the Knicks championship. Like that was just the other day. Like, I'm not a sports guy. I'm not a Knicks fan, but it was happening in the backyard. It was really exciting. That story was really cool. And it was fun to just watch the games during the heat of that moment.
100%. I completely agree. I love that. Before we move on to the Fire Emblem stuff, want to go over some super chats quick?
Yes.
Jason, thank you so much, Jason. Re-upped in the value tier. Appreciate you, Jason. Then Om's Law Enforcer, thank you so much, 2 back-to-back comments. The kids and teens of my social group are excited to play a new GTA for the first time ever. And that was in quotes. So they weren't old enough to play 5 at the time, but they're all, I mean, it's been 13 years, so a lot of them can be old enough now. Yeah. But most, quote, don't really care, end quote, about the campaign at all. They're 100% expecting it to be GTA Online 2 straight out of the box. And if it's not, they're going to be pissed because that's why they pre-ordered it. So that's a funny thing, because they're also going to have to make it very clear that that's not going to be there at launch.
They will do that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I also think the audience because that is true. That's a big audience, and that's like a lot of the growth was just the online audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why it's had the long tail that it's had.
Yes, exactly. I want to say that's a good thing. Like, force those guys who are only playing this game in that fashion to go back and enjoy and learn about it, even if they don't enjoy it, what the game actually is, which is like a super impressive narrative video game experience. Like, it's one of the few games that really nails the narrative and the gameplay in a way where it's like, I feel like I have control over a lot of what I'm doing. And also the story that's being told while I run around and do all this weird nonsense is very compelling. I mean, I can't speak for what GTA 6's story is, but like, they've had a decent track record with like their single player campaigns and whatnot. I'm really thinking about Red Dead Redemption 2 in particular. Like, that one to me is just a standout story. And yes, there's some hand holding and railroading when it comes to them making sure that story gets told. But I think that's fair because of how good it is and what you are able to do when you do get freedom in that game. Like,
yeah,
GTA 6 should be played by people who have only played online. Like, they should experience a campaign if they haven't. Like that's honestly the better part of that package.
Don't tell people who've been playing this for 10 years.
I mean,
no, I agree with
you. If they don't know, I think
it's
it's worth it to find out. Like, they'll be pleasantly surprised in my mind.
Yeah. And then Om's a little bit down the road also with a $5 Australian dollar dono said, also, I know that it's a single player launch, but to a T, the kiddos didn't believe me because their friends and streamers told them otherwise. Fuck around and find out. That is funny that like we're hitting that point where there was like always kids lying on the playground. But you could always just kind of be like, well, you're on the fucking playground. Like, what do I care? But now you have like, I see in our own Discord, I see people talking about games and talking about the industry and saying things that are just patently false. And like every once in a while, I'll go in there to be like, hey, this actually isn't true, or hey, this link that you posted is from a bullshit clickbait farm. But I don't know how you combat that. Like, I guess you got to get lied to enough, and hopefully you either wise up and are like, let me double check sources, or you just live your life being like, well, I'll just continue to be lied to and I'll just make things up for the rest of my life. What could possibly go wrong there?
Yeah, it's just a fork in the road, and some folks go to Liesville and just stay there.
Some folks go to Liesville. Yeah. Nosk, thank you so much. $8 Australian said, Casey, are you a Stardew boy? I got very confused by that because I saw star and boy and I was like, wait a minute, what? Are you a Stardew boy? Let's trick Marty into loving it and letting it enrich his time in the Big Walk stream. Appreciate seeing the Australian devs. Oh, sorry. Letting it enrich his life. Also love the Big Walk stream. Appreciate seeing Australian devs. You guys played a little bit of Stardew on your stream with Kia, right?
It was mostly Kia and my son, Star Boy. I think that's what confused you when you
that is absolutely what. Yeah.
Yeah. I personally am not a big Stardew Valley fan. Like I've literally watched it take my wife's soul where she was like up very late and she falls asleep the second you put a movie on in the evening. But like she was up super late playing this when she was when we were on like our summer like wedding break or whatever.
Yeah.
I honestly don't get it. Are you the same? Like, have you not like gravitated to, because you're a life simmy kind of, like you play like the Animal Crossing games and stuff.
Yeah, I was a huge Harvest Moon fan as a kid, and the Stardew bug never bit me. And it is the same thing kind of with Undertale. I've wanted to keep trying to be like, I want to crack through this because I have a history of it takes me a couple starts for something to latch on. That happened with Persona. It's happened currently with One Piece. And once something latches on, I'm like, oh, this could be one of my favorite things ever.
And you're like, oh, I get it.
So I want to make sure. And sometimes I'm like, oh no, I just actually don't like this thing. So I want to see. I want to try again. I don't know how to try, but I want to try again. I watched the bingo stream that you produced with Jess and Jenna. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. But also, I feel like when I watch a bingo stream and not care. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the competitive part. I think that was more entertaining than the actual game. Because when I was sitting watching my wife play when we were on stream, like I was fighting sleep. Like I was falling asleep next to her. So I don't know. Should be it's just not for me.
They should release like another controller that you can like hook up to your finger that it could be like, okay, you as you go to sleep, that somehow affects the game. As you are falling asleep, the game will recognize that and adapt to that.
Like electric shock me.
Oh, that could be pretty good actually. Trump's poopy butt that farts on his supporters with a $50 dono on Ko-Fi. Can't get mad at that. Can't get mad at Trump's poopy butt that farts on his supporters. Thank you so much. Odds on the Chuds calling GTA woke. What is what is a bet that Vegas wouldn't even allow you to make? Yes, there will 100% be stories about this game being woke.
Question, does it have a girl in it?
Yes, one of the two main characters is you could be girl.
Then I guess that's the thing. GTA has always been woke. Like the police are bad in GTA.
Yeah.
The government lies to you in GTA.
But if we play the game like Elon Musk, then you can play the game until you have to kill the cops, and then I don't like playing the game anymore. That's what he said about Grand Theft Auto.
Elon Musk pays people to play games for him. That's a thing.
It's kind of a bitch.
That's a known thing that we know happened.
He's kind of a bitch.
Like what a dumbass.
He's got a lot of money though. I will say one thing about him, he's got a lot of money. Got way more money than I got.
True.
And he was in Iron Man 2. I was not in Iron Man 2.
Was he in Iron Man 2? Oh, he was in Iron Man 2.
As himself. That is a cameo that
has
not aged well.
It was during the Monaco race scene.
Yeah, he's in like the fancy booth.
Which, as an F1 fan, I now understand why that makes sense. Monaco is that race.
I like the idea. Do you appreciate that movie more now that you understand racing? Yeah.
Like, that's the race where all the rich people go. Yeah, Monaco.
There you go. Yeah. Mindule, Fungus Finder, thank you so much. $2 dono. Marty, what episode are you on? I bet it's good. Talking about One Piece. I am on episode, I believe, 475. I'm in the thick of Marineford. Every episode's very exciting. Also, every episode's very short because there's a lot previously on, and I'm like, I literally just watched it. I don't need to watch this. I'm very excited. It is shocking to me that I might get to like 100 episodes without the rest of the homies coming back. Like they've just not been in this show. And if you were watching in real time, that would be like a year of your life. Being like, is Chopper all right?
Missing these characters.
Is Chopper going to be all right? But great show. Excellent show. Very, very excited to continue watching. El Rumpa, thank you so much for $5 dono. If we start now, the 3-hour stream is easily within our grasp. But this isn't going to be a 3-hour stream. We're not going to do that. We're not doing. If we could do a 90-minute, if we could do a little over 90-minute rewind, we can absolutely do a 90-minute Firelink. I believe in us. I fully believe in us. Will Manitor, thank you so much for the dono. Finally catching this live. Love your work. Have an awesome evening. That was very sweet of you. I hope you have a good evening as well. Mopman, $2 dono. Hear about the Ganondorf casting for the movie. I believe that was obviously sent before we mentioned Ganondorf. Yeah. Exciting. I don't know anything about that. I've seen that guy in stuff, but I don't like. He never really clicked.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him when I looked up his picture.
Neither did I. But yeah, maybe a cool Ganondorf. I'm curious to see what Ganondorf's going to look like. Because if you just copy the game 1-for-1 on a human being, he might look silly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because they did seem to go for the we're gonna cast people that just look like the characters.
Eric, did he play the young Rock in the Young?
Oh,
Rock?
Is that him?
He played like little baby Rock.
In the picture I'm looking at, he doesn't look that buff, but yeah, he'd have to be pretty buff to play a Young Rock.
Damn, good job! Congrats on playing Young Rock in Young Rock. I don't remember what that show was called, but we'll just keep calling it Young Rock.
Well, no, because Young Sheldon was a thing.
Young Sheldon was a thing, as was Young Chris Rock.
There was also a Young Kaepernick movie, like TV show.
Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the football player.
It was him as a kid.
Knelt?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't remember that whatsoever. I remember Young Chris Rock because Young Chris, I think it was called Everybody Hates Chris.
Everybody Hates Chris, yes.
Young Chris was played by the guy who is now like the male lead, the boyfriend in Abbott Elementary.
Oh my God, what's his name?
I don't know.
Tyler.
He's very funny in Abbott Elementary. I don't know anyone's name on that show.
James Tyler.
He's got three names, and I feel like a Tyler somewhere. Ferguson? No, can't play Ferguson.
No, I don't think that's. I don't think Ferguson.
Ferguson could be. I feel like there's a James Tyler Ferguson out there somewhere. CSI Freak, thank you so much for the dono. When I thought of Kratos, Triple H came to mind. I feel like there was a lot of fan casting back in the day of Triple H, especially at one point he went bald and he had a big beard. He's like too old, and he's definitely I think he had a heart attack in the ring and was like, I can't do this anymore. You got to make me the boss. He kind of looks like Kratos there. Yeah.
When he said Triple H, I pictured young Triple H with all the hair.
Oh,
but yeah,
doing the suck it
right.
thing. Kratos just doing suck it to everyone. Also, this Triple H looks a little bit like that bitch John Fetterman. Don't put that guy in. I don't want that guy to be there. Yeah.
But no, old Triple H with the baldy. Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. Fella guy, thank you so much. $5 dono. Hey, Marty, you mentioned on a previous stream that you recently picked up Joe Abercrombie's The Devils. What are your thoughts? I personally loved it. I have picked it up. I have not started it. I have a small stack of books. I'm finishing a book called Angel Down. That is a World War I story about a literal angel who crashes into the devil, to the middle of no man's land. And like a group of troops are like, we got to go save. There's this fucking angel. We got to like figure out what's going on with him, which is very exciting.
Wow,
can't have an angel crashing in the middle of World War I.
That's not a movie. This is a book.
It should be. It's called Angel Down. Put it in the White House Down series. Get Gerard Butler on the case. But no, Devils.
Shit out of that.
The Devils is on my shortlist. I also had a couple books sent by Nick Knoll that I'm going to be reading soon, so very excited for
nice.
that. Sussy Guru, thank you so much for the donut. Gonna be honest, them running ads for GTA 6 on Netflix makes me want to play it even less than I already did. I get it. There's some people who just might be like, I don't want to have anything to do with this.
Right. Like it's
very
clearly being forced upon us, like as a like similarly to how AI is being marketed as the next big thing. That is happening with GTA, except I'm more inclined to believe it based on its track record versus AI's track record.
Sure, like we've played certain games by Grand Theft Auto and I've been like, oh, holy shit, you were kind of right there. Whereas I've never seen anything by AI.
Earned that reputation.
Yeah, completely agree. I'm gonna pause on the super chats just for a bit because some of them weave into our last mini topic before we get to what we've been playing, which is the Fire Emblem Direct. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave comes out next month. This is the first Fire Emblem since Engage, which I'm gonna be honest, did not play because I thought the main characters looked dumb.
Like toothpaste.
There was toothpaste hair. You can't do toothpaste hair.
It was crazy.
However, both of us are big fans of Three Houses, which was the early Switch game, I think 2019. This feels a little bit more in that vein. Casey, you watched the Direct. What any standout thoughts of stuff they've added, or stuff you're looking forward to, or stuff you're worried about with Fortune's Weave?
I again really loved Three Houses. This seems like more of the same, for better or worse. Like this very much feels like Three Houses 2. And I'm guessing because I did not engage with Engage because of how kind of off it looked. So I don't know how close that was actually to that formula. Like I don't know if they tried something different. But this very much
I believe Engage felt more like classic. It was less about the like character relationship stuff and more like it was kind of like more of a hardcore battle stuff. Which
because it also was bringing back a lot of additional characters, right? Like it was like pulling from Fire Emblem lore. So it probably operated maybe a lot more as like a unit collector and manager or whatnot is my guess. Yeah. Which was something that the mobile gacha game also did, where it's like, hey, pick all the characters from all the games, whatever, and like pull them and fight battles with, their rosters and whatnot. But this, I'm very intrigued by the story premise, which is you're playing kind of like four very different protagonists jumping between their stories. And then at some inflection point, like time progress. And I really love this about the Fire Emblem series now, is that they really love to mess with the passage of time. Like over the course of, a generation or like, a 20, 40 years or something, stuff has happened and things have changed from like the beginning to the end. Like I love that that's kind of a
Three Houses motif. Has like a big jump when it's like, oh no, all the characters literally look different after this.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Like, I love it. I really love it. Like they're playing with that again, but essentially it's almost like, did you watch The Lion King 1.5?
I did, yeah.
So it's essentially you've played the story or you've watched the movie. Yeah. And you get to now you play a new protagonist at the end point and you get to jump back in to those stories and manipulate them and twist it. And like that feels really fun, where like you're kind of changing the trajectory of some of the events that you just played through in order to maybe get some of those characters to possibly survive into the future or to, have a different outlook on a situation that will happen in the present day. And that seems really freaking fun.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the Direct kind of frames it as, these four different characters who are in it's a very kind of Colosseum, almost Hunger Games-y scenario where there's this like giant like Roman Colosseum and there's like a tournament that is held in there and each of your four characters is participating in that tournament. And a cool thing, you can zip between the campaigns whenever you want. So like if you want to do, I want to play this guy's and then this girl's and then this guy's, you could do that. Or if you want to be like, I'll play 2 hours of each one and then constantly cycle through them. You can do that, which seems cool because like Three Houses had the same thing, 4 different routes, I think, because 3 characters and one of them you had a major choice.
Yeah.
But
I think they added a 4th one later.
Maybe with the DLC or something.
Yeah, it was a fourth whole school that was like somewhere in the back.
It's just it was
like no
every
one
school
talked
had
to those
that
kids.
one. Did your elementary school? We had this like one. They were like, we need to make more space, but we can't afford building more, and so they put
It is
like
that
a trailer
thing. Yeah,
like, this is no one should allow this thing to happen in a school.
We took classes out of that in college, even like before they built like more like campus had like those trailers.
I'm paying for this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, the game looks really cool. I'm digging the 4 different main characters, like how vastly different they feel. Small additions, like one character just like they're like it has an ancient firearm that looks a little bit like a gun, and she just pulled out a pistol. I'm like, oh, she just literally has a pistol. Like,
yeah, that was
people like riding emus and
has
shit.
A gun.
Yeah, seems very silly. Seems very fun. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Charles Reimer in the Patreon, thank you so much, Charles Reimer, said, looking forward to Fire Emblem, though I now wonder if I should dare try to run all 4 routes in tandem as the direct laid out. Also, it seems like this is less Fire Emblem crossed with Persona and more like Fire Emblem crossed with Metaphor Refantasio. The time management on the world map, dungeons, and quests seem quite familiar. For the less insane, which route is everyone the most interested in starting? I do agree that I don't know if it was on purpose or anything, but a couple things did remind me of Metaphor Refantasio. The fact that there are those like mini dungeons, the fact there are some screenshots. It almost looks like some battles in those mini dungeons are portrayed as like turn-based battles,
JRPG turn-based. Yeah, they showed that in the direct. There was like,
you were like behind your character, and you had a little menu of things to do. So, very intriguing. Very curious about that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start. I'm curious about the guy who looks like Alucard, like the goth.
He does look like Alucard.
Yeah, he looks kind of gothy. I just want to know what his deal is. I want to know if he's a vampire.
I think I'm most interested in, funnily enough, the Bard girl.
She seems cool.
But I think I'll have to actually cycle through all the characters. Like that seems like, especially based on the premise of, oh, you're figuring out a way to get them to like maybe join your second protagonist later on. I feel like I have to see everyone's path now to see why they will or won't make it there. Yeah,
and that back half protagonist or meta protagonist or whatever it is, very much seems like Byleth, where it's a kind of a unnamed character who is,
it's a boy girl split. No, I think they have a name.
I guess literally Byleth does have a name. I was going to say, no, it's like Byleth. They don't have a name. But I'm like, well, how am I saying their name? Well, that person at least will be in the next Smash game, so that's good to see.
Probably, yeah. I'm wondering how many people from this game will be in the next Smash game, actually. It could be a whole host.
Think about that. Better about that girl with the gun.
Yeah, the gun's coming.
She could. How many people in Smash have like a human gun? Snake?
Bayonetta. Snake does not have a firearm, but he does have a rocket launcher.
Okay, that's kind of like a gun. That's like a big gun.
Yeah, so it's gun adjacent, but he doesn't have like a pistol or machine gun or anything. But Bayonetta has a gun. Joker has a replica gun.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. The airsofts. I guess like Fox and Falco.
Yeah, Fox has a blaster. Falco, Wolf. Samus has a bit of a blaster as well. Well, Zero Suit Samus, not regular Samus.
Oh yeah.
Does Mega Man's Mega Buster count as a gun?
Sure. That's a great question, actually. I mean, Samus's arm a gun.
Samus's arm, yeah. That
like
would count as a firearm, I guess, yeah.
I don't know if like
a good smattering have.
Like, is a sock and bopper a weapon, or is it just an extension of your fist? You remember sock and boppers?
Yes.
Sock 'em once, bop 'em twice. More fun than a pillow fight.
That is, if a boxing glove counts, then the sock and bopper I think would count.
Sure. That is true, Eric. Diddy Kong does have peanut guns.
It's true.
We left. Also, you can't put Kirby. Kirby has everything. Kirby doesn't count. Kirby doesn't like come back.
Yeah, Kirby has everyone else's guns. So
yeah. Damn. Second Amendment, Kirby over here. Then Chef Eric, thank you so much, a $2 dono, said first Fire Emblem Reco for the uninitiated. I mean, was both of us our first major Fire Emblem 3 Houses?
No, I played Sacred Stone on GBA. That was my first one.
Wow.
I think that was like the first one that came to the States.
To the US, yeah. Because they were in Smash by then already, right? And then it was like, who the fuck are these dudes?
Yes,
like
exactly. Mm-hmm. That is exactly true. So yeah, I played that. And then Yeah, I think I might not have touched another one until which came first? Was it Fire Emblem Heroes or was it Three Houses? Because Fire Emblem Heroes was a mobile game that I did spend some time in.
That is a great question. I feel like they were very close together, and I think Heroes was beforehand. Not Warriors. Eric was that was the Muso game, right?
That was the
Fire
Muso
Emblem
game.
Wars.
Yeah, I did not touch
Heroes
that. But I did
was
want to. I actually want to check that out.
The mobile game that was like when Nintendo was doing like Mario Run and the Animal Crossing Pocket Jocket or whatever it was called. But did you fuck with any of the mobile game at all?
I did. Yeah, I played quite a bit of Heroes. It was now that I'm thinking about it, that might have been my first gacha game.
Oh wow, that explains everything. That explains everything.
Because that's all it is. It's a watered down version of the turn-based tactics, which it doesn't hold your attention all that much, but it was like just enough to be like, all right, well, these battles are quick and I'm getting something out of it. Mm-hmm. But it gave you currency, which let me roll for Fire Emblem characters. Like I wanted to see like who I would pull, and some were like really cool, some were like folks I recognized. Mm-hmm. And that was the draw, is like getting the characters.
Sure. Yeah, which is that's a big appeal to that. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, I guess I would recommend Three Houses if you, assuming you have a Switch. There, a regular.
It's a good starting place. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so. it's what got me into the series. Retroactively, I just a couple months ago played Awakening for the 3DS, which I think that was like one of the first ones that really blew up in the US. Like that was a big game, and obviously a bunch of those characters, Crom and Robin and whatnot, are in Smash and everything. And I enjoyed that quite a bit. And I was gonna then play, just going in a weird order, they released, I think the GameCube one, Path of Radiance, is on Switch Online.
That's on yes.
Yeah,
I want to check that out.
Yeah, I was going to, but then I was like, I don't want to like OD on Fire Emblem before this game comes out. Like I got my taste with Awakening, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait until Fortune's Weave comes out, because I know that's going to be like a big deal. Like I'm going to play the shit out of this game in a couple weeks. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, even though it's a real busy couple weeks. God damn. Like it's coming out right around the time of Wolverine, and the following week is Control and Silent Hill. And I'm like, this is got too much going on.
It's already busy.
It's already busy. I don't like it. It's too many things. Nick Knoll, thank you so much, Jill Ardona. Why did game companies not reveal the voice cast? I don't know what a voice actor contract looks like. I don't know if voice actors, if you get more prominent, you have any kind of say in how you're revealed, or if you're like, if I'm on a stage somewhere, I get extra money. I don't know if that has a factor in it. I know for a company like Nintendo, I don't know if you're talking about Nintendo. Oh, this might have been back to GTA and not Nintendo. Nintendo notoriously likes to consider all their games Nintendo games. That's why you often don't know who is developing. Like who they were very quiet about who the lead developers, like the lead team of Donkey Kong Bonanza was up until launch. So I think that might just be a Japanese thing. For GTA, I don't know. Rockstar probably has a plan. I don't think that either of the main voices in GTA are going to be famous. Like none of the main people in 5 were famous. They became a little famous afterwards. Like people recognized Trevor afterwards. Like he popped up in, I think, Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or something. Walking Dead, yeah. So yeah, I mean, because GTA original, like I just finished Vice City, replay of it on my personal channel, and like I was like, oh, obviously I remembered. What's his name? Ray Liotta. Yeah, being Tommy Vercetti. But also you'll get to like a part and it's like, oh, I forgot Danny Trejo was like one of the dudes you take missions from in this game. So they just have like famous people. Danny Trejo, who is not white. That comment will make sense. In sometime down the road, me clarifying that Danny Trejo is not white will make sense sometime down the road. Yeah, look it up in the future. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think there will be anyone like capital F famous in GTA?
Yeah, Rockstar has never done this. Mm-hmm. And probably, one, I think it works to their favor because they don't have to spend a ton of budget on, a name when they can get as good a performance out of someone who's relatively cheaper and is just talented at doing the job.
The guy who played Arthur,
able to do that.
Incredible.
Right. Yeah. So they've proven they're able to do that. And they don't run into the issue of anything that famous entity does that could be problematic, then rolling over into the game.
Sure.
By hiding like those names. And I think that is actually the core of why Nintendo doesn't do that as well. Because it's an issue that other games have run into. Like think of the Yakuza franchise, right? Like dudes will be the face or they'll use their likeness or their voice and then they go to jail for crimes. Then it's like, all right, even though this game is about crime, we got to scrub all this stuff out of here.
Nintendo's broken had to do that a little bit with like the Mario movie, right? They had to attach themselves to a bunch of famous people. But like as we've been talking with the Zelda, like Zelda is a very unfamous movie as of right now. When Sam Neill is the most famous person in your movie, that's not like the Mario movie where you're like, oh yeah, okay, these are just like some of the most popular people working.
And that wasn't a Nintendo call, I'm sure. That's Illumination because that's all they ever do is bank.
Chris-san, they call him. Chris Moltisanti, and Miyamoto always calls him Chris-san, which I think is very funny. Also, I felt bad for Chris-san because there's like the Nintendo board of directors, and a couple weeks or months ago, they publicly released the voting for the board of directors. And everyone who was put up got voted in, but they show the percentages people get. And like Miyamoto is like 98%, which everyone should feel good. There's still 2% of people who don't think Miyamoto should be on the board of Nintendo, which I think is funny. But Chris on the board, and he had like 70%, and I felt bad for Chris. Even though those 30%, it was the lowest number. Yeah, but everyone was like, get this white Italian guy who makes Minions movie out of our boardroom. Yeah. Shout out to Chris-san.
How do you get up to the board though? Like that does seem a little.
Miyamoto likes him, I think. I don't know. Every once in a while, I think Miyamoto is just a weird dude. He really likes that guy.
He's getting up there. Yeah, we might have to start taking the controller away from
Chris. What if he starts every direct is just Chris-san? Chris, get out of here. Ellie Berry Pie, thank you so much for $5 dono. For me, the best possible outcome for GTA 6 would be Rockstar's individual studios going back to making their own games instead of one big one. I would fucking love that. I do not think it will ever happen, but man, would I love that. I would love to get a Rockstar game every few years that is smaller in scope, but weird and different. I think that ship might have sailed.
Would we? Because what they have done at the very least is after a GTA release, they release something else. Like they don't nothing's annualized with them, but they don't stick to one specific series. They at least try another thing.
Yeah.
Is like after all of the fanfare of GTA 6 is done, could we maybe see a return to like Bully, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, my gut would say what would make the most sense for them is to do the Bethesda, like, well, if GTA is your Skyrim, then Red Dead is your Fallout. But maybe they're weird and they do a Starfield. Maybe they literally do a sci-fi game, like
like a new brand,
new thing. Yeah, like
that could be exciting. That could be very exciting.
That would be exciting.
I know everything is driven by IP nowadays, but like Rockstar could definitely get their numbers up by saying
we haven't had a new Rockstar IP since the 360 era, since like Ping Pong and I guess Bully was the PS2 era. I think Ping Pong might have been their last new IP, and it was just a ping pong game.
You may very well be right.
Ping Pong sounds weird. Am I saying it right? Ping Pong? Ping Pong?
No, that you're saying it. You're saying it so many times that it's starting.
Pong or Pong? No, Pong. How do you say the game? What is the old video game? First video game.
Oh, Pong is the old video game.
Am I saying Pong?
But
Ping Pong sounds.
You are saying the word. You said the same thing since the beginning.
It's one of those. I said it too many times that I fucked my brain up. I shouldn't have done it.
The thing is, what you're saying makes sense, but like Rockstar's strength is in the details, right? Like the depth of the world and space they create.
Yes.
Space is very famously devoid of depth. Like there's just a lot of empty.
It really is.
So like that might be rough for them to make it work in the same way they've made other stuff work. So like that, I'd be curious to see if they bother to try.
Yeah, that is a good point. Space is very boring. Very boring.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're Outer Wilds, the only one who knows how to make it not boring.
Yeah, they did it.
What if they make another game? That'd be cool. You want to go? You want to talk about? We'll go over the rest of the super chats in a little bit. You want to talk about what we've been playing and watching?
Yes, let's do that.
Nice. I'll go over. I just got two really quick because I haven't played much of either one, but one I'm very excited to go back to. I got so choked up because I was going to talk about the new Game Freak game. I played a couple hours of Beast of Reincarnation.
I started that as well, like maybe the first 30, 40 minutes.
So this is the game lead develop. It's by Game Freak. I still need to see the credits because I know like Game Freak led the development, but I think the core development was outsourced to a third party. But this is their multi-platform. You know, it's on Game Pass, it's on PC, it's on PlayStation. Near like a little bit of Souls-like combat crossed with more spectacle fighter stuff. Outside of the fact that the first thing you kill in the game kind of looks like a Venusaur. If you give me a million guesses in a vacuum to guess who developed this game, I would never say Game Freak. There is, in my opinion,
so
nothing
different.
Game Freaky about this. So a couple of people have asked me, like, as a Pokemon fan, should I check this out? I'm like, maybe, but there's like no link between the two of them.
Well,
mechanically in my mind.
You do order your dog friend to do stuff.
You do kind of like build up a menu, and you're like, which of these attacks is he gonna do?
Yeah, so that is very Pokemon-like, but it does not happen in a
His dog could just, and he's kind of a grass type. He's got like grass tail.
It's like a grass wolf, yeah.
A grass wolf. I dig, I'm going to say something nice about the game first. I dig the kind of Princess Mononoke-esque, like feudal Japan meets biopunk aesthetic of the game.
Yeah,
I think
I like that. Yeah,
kind of cool. And I also like the small touches. Like, I really think it's cool that your main character can like shoot up on a vine or like create a platform. Like, I think those are both neat movement mechanics. They remind me a little bit of like Control once you start flying around, like the way Jesse controls in that game.
Okay.
Yeah. The actual combat and everything is not doing it for me. And this game is a lot of that, and I'm very worried going forward that like it feels like it's dipping its toe in a lot of different waters, and I'm not sure it's kind of not committing to any of them. What have you thought after the short opening?
Yeah, I'm very early on, but it does throw you into combat pretty quick. And it gives you a lot of tools at the start too. So like I felt very capable early on, which is good. But it is a little loose. Like I'll say like combat feels a little weightless at the start. But like you said, I actually took a rather huge liking to the movement mechanics. Like rather than having anything like a double jump or like an air dash, you instead, when you jump, you can either press again or hold that jump button, and like a vine just kind of comes and lifts you further up for like a significant amount of time. Like you can get a lot of height by just holding that button down.
Yeah, you get on the roof of the building.
Yeah, like you like get on top of things and whatnot. And if you're running when you do that, the vine also has like some horizontal edge to it, so you move forward with that kind of momentum. It's really weird, but once you get the hang of it, like it gives you really fun ways to approach enemies and like move around in combat. And it also doubles as some platforming stuff because like you said, you can make it into like bridges. It's apparently it's her hair that does this weird thing. Like her hair is turning into like tree.
Yeah. You get more into that as you go on the story. Like she gets more like blooms in her hair as you beat bosses in the game. So it really leans into that.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah.
And I like it also acts like a grappling hook.
It could be grappling hook. You can like create a platform above enemies and like it's almost like how Batman does his like stealth kills from
stealth
above.
Takedowns,
you can create your own stealth takedowns by throwing your hair above someone. Yeah.
So like I really like how much that actually affects the feel of the more standard. All right, I'm swinging my sword a bunch. I'm parrying attacks. I'm dodging attacks, which is kind of like a very, very light take on Sekiro's combat is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So like I don't dislike
focused.
it. Yeah, I don't dislike it, but it's definitely not as it doesn't feel as good. I have to say, but I don't dislike it. but I want to see more. Like again, I'm super early in. Like I am a fan of what I've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
But like hopefully, like like as those abilities and things start to progress, I wonder if it will start to feel a bit more honed.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna play more this weekend. It did feel a little overwhelming in the earlier. You just start picking up a bunch of like items and crafting items.
Yeah,
and
like
things
there's
where you're like,
just a
ooh, this is RPG-ish.
like one of the first things they make you do is like, oh, there's like 4 big ass enemies in a pit. Like go kill them all. Like
Yeah,
like we're doing a lot very quickly.
yeah, and then it'll do a weird thing where it'll then go to a playable flashback, and the flashback like 90 minutes into the game will be like. Your character will be like, oh, I need to get over this ridge. And it'll be like, hold A to create a vine. And I'm like, could I have even gotten to this point in the game without knowing that? Like, why are you teaching me that now? Like, you should have done this in the other order. But still curious for more. And I'm sure we'll be covering it more. And I know Yasu's been playing it, so you'll hear his thoughts in the future as well. And then the other thing, we streamed it the other day, but I'm excited because I'm playing it more this weekend. Big Walk. I don't know if you got a chance to see any of that.
I watched some of the stream you guys did. Yeah,
a ton. The stream was a ton of fun. This is the new game is the follow up to Untitled Goose Game by the 4-man team at House. Their new. It's funny that it came out now because it's been in some form of development. They've said for 6 years. But this feels like one of those games that like looked at peak and was like, "Ooh, we should do this." But this has been in development for way longer than that. This the core idea really came during COVID for them, kind of this game where it is a co-op multiplayer exploration puzzle game, and it needs to be co-op. You cannot get very far into this game single player. You literally won't be able to progress. But the co-op nature of it can expand and contract based on if you're 2 players or if you're 10 players. Like puzzles will be different.
Oh, you can put more than 4 people in the game?
It could be 12 people, but they've said
wow.
Once you get like more than 4, it kind of becomes silly. Like it kind of becomes a silly game as opposed to like a serious puzzle game. But its whole thing is that you are these weird little creatures exploring this island. You can hold items and stuff, and you get different items like walkie-talkies and signs you can write on and flare guns. But the game right at the start says, do not play this game using Discord chat. Do not play this game using voice chat or camera or anything. Like play this game.
Did you guys break the golden rule?
Yes, because for the nature of the stream, we kind of had to. And even in that stream, I was like, this game is fucking genius. And this weekend, I'm playing with my friends, and I'm like, we cannot be on a call. We have to play this game using the in-game proximity voice chat. Which you have voice chat, but it's proximity. And this whole game is about like, there was a major point in the stream yesterday when we had to split into 2 groups. And so Jesse and I were like, okay, we're going to go down to the beach. And Eric and Jack were like, all right, now we're going to climb up this mountain. And, we were still just able to talk to each other because we were on a Discord call. But imagining the fact when we split up, we were like, we have no way of communicating with each other except one flare. So like, we got to make this count. Or the idea that when it's night, you get lost as shit in that game because it is so dark. The idea of literally getting lost from your crew for 10, 20 minutes and then seeing like a reflection of a telescope that they're using from a mountain, being like, oh, holy shit, there they are. I can start running towards them. Someone's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems so cool. And the puzzles themselves are kind of very like Myst / The Witness, like observational. Okay, this guy's got some information in one room and we have the rest of the information in the other room. How do we put these 2 together? How do we communicate what Jack is seeing so that it can impact which buttons the 3 of us are hitting and everything? Just really, really, really smart co-op design. Like this is in the friend slop genre, but like this is art slop, artisanal slop, farm to table slop, prestige slop. Yeah, so I'm very excited to play some more of this.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah. So, and I'm not a big multiplayer guy, so yeah, we'll see how I come out of it this weekend. How about you? What have you been playing or watching?
Well, I finally got a chance to jump into Wild Blue Skies, which is the indie Star Fox 64 like.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really good looking. But it is wearing the influence of Star Fox 64 very firmly on its sleeves.
Mhm.
That being said,
Also, really quick,
yes,
the game is not out for.
Wait,
Like
it's
10
not?
days. The game is not out for like 10 days.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right, I don't think I talk about this game actually.
There is a demo out.
There is a demo.
There is a public demo. The game is out
And
on August 13th.
everything I've said is visible via the demo.
There is a demo. You said the game is coming out. There's a Star Fox Lite game coming out
Yeah, it's
August
a Star
13th.
Fox Lite game coming out August, and it wears its influences on its sleeve. That's all I said.
There's a demo.
I was talking about the demo.
You could learn that from a demo.
I was talking about the demo, guys.
You're all a bunch of wild blue skies out there.
What I will say, based on the demo, is I need to play more. So when that game launches,
based on the demo, which
you'll
era does it feel like it is pulling from a Star Fox 64? I mean, isn't that what everyone's kind of pulling from with Star Fox, right? Like using 64 as the base.
Yes, and it's a thing that again, other games do this. Like we were talking about Pokemon. Well, we were tangentially talking about Pokemon, but people who look at Pokemon and say, "Man, I really love those games. I'm gonna make one." Oftentimes, just make one. And I don't know that we need 2 Pokemons. But but what I'm getting at is, I haven't played enough of it anyhow.
Yeah. To know like what is your kind of thumbprint on this, what makes
exactly
your
if it
game
does
different
veer off in a certain direction yet. So like that's kind of yet to be seen.
I'm also curious.
I do intend to play more.
We have another funny, I believe, coming out the same week as this. We have another game in the account which I have not played yet. So this is the opposite of a Bargo Bust. Well, I guess I did say we have an account which is like a mild Bargo Bust, whatever. Agent 64.
I have that,
which is a game
downloaded too.
Yeah, which is very much modeled after GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Like looks like them. Mission structure seems similar to them and everything. And I am curious to play that game and ask that same question of like, okay,
right.
but what are you doing that doesn't feel like? If you're just kind of doing Perfect Dark and GoldenEye, I can go play Perfect Dark and GoldenEye. If you're kind of just doing Star Fox, I can go play Star Fox. Like, what are you doing to make me, like Hollow Knight took the idea of a Metroidvania and put its own spin on it. I'm like, ooh, you are clearly building off Symphony of the Night and Super Metroid, but you're doing your own thing here. And I like that. So yeah, always a question to ask.
Yeah. But
anything else
outside of that,
you've been consuming that is out?
Spider-Man Brand New Day is out to the public, right?
Absolutely. Talk about that. $1 billion worth of people saw that.
Yeah. Oh my God. What a fun movie. I had such a fun time watching that goddamn movie. I don't know. People are weird about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I don't get it. I think all the movies are good, even No Way Home, which I think folks
have you seen it a second time?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe not
the
all the way
second
through.
time.
I think I've seen chunks of it a second time.
I will say all the stuff with the 3 spiders is fucking great. The 3 Peters is great. It's a lot of work to get there, and let me tell you, there are some guys. I do not care about Electro, I don't care about Sandman, and I don't care about Lizard. So anytime the 3 of them are on screen, I'm like, don't care about you guys. I'm here for Doc Ock, and I'm here for Goblin, not here for any of them. Those guys.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, but sorry. Brand New Day.
Yeah. No spoilers because it is still pretty new. But a lot of the complaints about Tom Holland's Spider-Man is that he doesn't feel like the Spider-Man, like he's not, on his own. He's not doing these sort of neighborhood level threats or whatever. He's basically like a baby Avenger, a baby Iron Man, stuff like that. This movie finally kind of lets him lead the sad boy Peter Parker story that we keep seeing over and over again. Honestly, I didn't mind the change of pace, which is why I like the other ones. But this one is like, hey, let's get back to Spider-Man basics. And Tom Holland's just really freaking good.
I agree. I think he's I think I was going to say an amazing Spider-Man. I just think he's far and away the best Spider-Man. Like, and I like Tobey Maguire and I like Andrew Garfield, but man, I think Tom Holland blows him out of the water I like
Andrew Garfield. He seems like a nice guy. I don't like his Spider-Man. I think he's not interesting. Like in the movie where he's charming,
tall and handsome,
a little bit,
like
a little bit.
Tom Holland, very, very charming, very handsome. He's like not that tall though. So he still kind of looks young. Tobey Maguire, weird looking dude, great Spider-Man, but like, Tobey Maguire kind of looks like a bug. But Andrew Garfield, I'm just like, you're too handsome. You're just too handsome.
Even the suit on him looks a little.
It's almost like you got that at like J. Crew, like a fit. You got a tailored suit. And
like it's Marvel, so like I'm sure that's intentional. Like because he looked like, I don't know what the term is, like more like an action figure maybe in the other suit. Yeah. This one looks like a person wearing a suit more, which I really liked. Like he sometimes looked a little uncomfortable in it. Like it's just a real tight suit.
I like there was a bunch of the dumbest complaint about this movie I saw were people being like, he's supposed to be poor. How does he afford all this stuff? And I'm like, his best friend was a billionaire and that man died and he saw him as a surrogate son. I'm sure he left millions of dollars to Peter Parker. I'm sure he's fine.
That's a good point. Right? Yeah. No, that's actually a really good point.
But then we were arguing,
it doesn't even need to be billions, right? It could be like a couple $100,000. He's a smart kid. Like he can stretch it. He can make it work.
Jack was like, but what about the blip? And I'm like, the blip didn't, or no, what about when the mind spell made everyone forget about Peter Parker? And I'm like, that didn't change his bank account. Like his checking account.
They just got to look at the computer and be like, oh, you just swipe your card, I guess. Whoever you are.
Yeah. What did you think of stuff like The Punisher in the movie?
Jon Bernthal is incredible as the Punisher. I think
he's great as the Punisher.
Like, he's a really good actor, period. But for some reason, when he's the Punisher, he's like in his element. I don't know what it is. Like I can't. Other than Tom Holland, there's no other person who I think is. You know what? That's not true. Because Robert Downey Jr. is pretty good too. But those three guys, they're kind of like the embodiment of the hero they portray. Like you cannot. From this point forward, I don't think you can really divorce those character mannerisms from that character on screen. Like, or at the very least, it's going to be really difficult to do so.
Yeah. I mean, like, do you think this is one of those, like, no matter what you do, this will follow you?
Like Heath Ledger's Joker, for example, everyone from that point forward looks at the next Joker like, well, how did he stack up to Heath Ledger? You know that's the best one. like Jon Bernthal's Punisher is that. Like, without a doubt. He's so freaking fun to watch.
He is good, yeah. And we've had Tom Jane in the past, and we've had and
they're not bad. Like, they're not bad Punishers. But Jon Bernthal, like, every single time. And, like, even though this isn't his movie, he steals every single scene he's in.
And he works as the, like, I'm going to break every one of your fingers Punisher. And he also works as the, like, kind of PG-13 quippy, do you want to have chili in my weird boat? Yeah, he like works as both Punishers.
Like, and it doesn't take away from the fact that I remember seeing him murder like 11 dudes in a prison cell.
Yeah,
like he's still that guy.
Yeah,
but also he can tell a few jokes. Like he's able to just effortlessly balance that.
Yeah. You can leave your girlfriend with him and not be worried that you're not going to murder her, right? Like, yeah.
Oh my God. They talked about. I've been like my algorithm has been feeding me a ton of like behind the scenes interviews and stuff too. Turns out Tom Holland played a ton of the Insomniac Spider-Man games, and they literally incorporated
see that in the movie.
A bunch of stuff from the game in the movie.
Yeah.
And like it leveled up the combat and stuff. Not that it was ever really bad, but it leveled up the action stuff to a degree that I really didn't anticipate. Yeah. Like watching him do Spider-Man like action was so freaking fun. Like my wife and son were next to me, like they were audibly going like, wow, at like at, like the action scenes. They don't care about action as much as I do. But like,
and I was goofing about it. Best webs. Like, I like how they used his webs. His webs are really cool in this movie. When he fucking shoots out all those webs against all those ninjas, sick as hell.
Oh my God. The hand fight. The hand. Everyone's just the worst,
the most boring
Marvel villains to be introduced since like the series started.
Yeah,
they somehow bring them back and redeem them with just that little tiny teenage group that was in the movie.
Yeah,
that fight scene was so freaking good.
Yeah, I loved how they were like moving in unison and everything. Like, it's like the Wonderful 101
it was like
or something.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like they were all like kind of a weird extension of each other.
Yeah.
God, that was so fun. Like, like it's a movie that when it was done, I immediately was like, I wish I could watch this over again, like from top to bottom. Like, it was such a good time.
Yeah, and without going to the spoilers, I like this 86 character. I did feel like
She's great.
at some
She's such a good
points
actress.
kind of felt like it became her movie. Like at some points, I'm almost
That's
like
fair.
I just wish Spider-Man had his own movie. But she's great. I thought she was like a standout in Stranger Things. Is great here, and I'm very excited about her being that version of that character going forward. Because I think that's an interesting twist on that character.
Yeah, I think that was a really good pick for her to be that character,
Mm-hmm.
and she was so good. Like, goddamn, she's a great young actress.
Yep, completely agree.
So honestly, like the superhero genre gets a lot of like flack, and it has for a long time. But like when you put like really talented people behind those movies, like they really elevate. Like,
and you could see we were talking about the fight scenes. Like the direction of this movie definitely was a step up for me from 1, 2, or 3 because it got the Dustin Daniel Cretton who directed Shang-Chi. And like the fight scenes in Shang-Chi are, in my opinion, like maybe the best martial arts fights in the MCU. And you could see some of that, like, emphasis on choreography. And it wasn't like, close up, jittery, quick cuts between stuff. Like you could understand the geography of a room people were fighting in, and you understood what was going on at any time. So yeah, I thought he was great in that.
Yeah, really well done.
Yeah,
and I've heard those complaints about the like the other characters kind of having big sections of Spider-Man's movie. I get that, but at the same time, like this is what, year 20 of the MCU.
And
like when are we gonna accept that, like, okay, it's Spider-Man's movie, but like, yes, there's 4 to 5 other characters.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Hulk in this act. And,
like we know all these characters. Like, I think it's okay that we know that the world is connected. That was the appeal. That's kind of what made everything so exciting in the first place. To kind of now pretend that, oh, it's too, like, I don't want any Hulk. I don't want any Punisher in my no, that's why it's so big.
Yeah, well, 10 years ago, we were like salivating at like they're all going to be in the same movie.
Yeah, like,
and now we're like,
it's still fun.
Get these away from me. I do feel I'm guilty of the same thing where I'm like, okay, I can't. I'm being a hypocrite to what I was, clawing for 10 years ago. So I need to come to terms with that. I do. Javed in the chat, what up, Javed? Brought up a good point. This isn't a gripe, but it would have been cool if he picked up the Daily Bugle job. I agree. I think that is one thing. I think Spider-Man working as a photographer for a shitty Jonah Jameson is always fun. And I also love, what's his name? J.K. Simmons. And I always want him to be him.
Yeah, more J.K. Simmons is always great.
Yeah.
But I saw some commentary about that online. So I don't want to steal this point from whoever said it, but I don't remember it, and I apologize. But someone did mention, like, in 2026, like, no photojournalist would be able to afford to live. Like, you would not be able to sell pictures of Spider-Man. Also, and, like, pay your bills.
The second something gets posted where it's like, wait a minute, were you like on top of the Statue of Liberty with Spider-Man? Everyone would just be like, oh, that kid's Spider-Man, obviously, right?
Yeah, there's a Spider Tracker app that they talk about in the like, no. Like, you're just doxing yourself at this point.
Yeah, very silly. Yeah, good movie. Glad to see. I love the fact that Odyssey made a shit ton of money. This came out 2 weeks later and made a shit ton of money. Good for that. Go to movies.
Yeah, it seems like cinemas are back on the map, but that means it's kind of been that way for a little bit. Folks have been going to the movies.
But in a couple of weeks, you can't go to the movie theaters to watch that GTA trailer. You got to stay home and watch it on Netflix. That's what Rockstar should do.
You got them there.
Release
put it in movie theaters.
Put it in a movie theater. That's another thing. People are complaining I have to wait 6 hours to watch it online. The only way to see, there's like a 6-minute scene from Dune 3. The only way to see it is to see the Odyssey in IMAX. And I was able to see it. I saw it in IMAX in Chicago for a second time. And so I was able to see that thing. You can't watch that anywhere else. That's not online.
What the heck?
It's like a 6-minute fucking dope ass. It's like Saving Private Ryan, but Dune. And the only way you can see it is in IMAX theaters. So I don't know. Having to wait 6 hours to see the GTA thing, it's fine. You'll be fine.
There's no proper IMAX near me. Like, I would have to go into New York City.
I had to go all the way to Chicago.
I hate going to New York City.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Alicia Keys was right.
She was right.
She was right. I love New York City. New York City's great. What have we done? How are you hating on New York City?
New York City is for New York Cityers. Having to pass through it is a pain in the ass.
Perfectly said. I totally get that. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually.
Also, they steal a bunch of shit from Jersey, and yes, I'm annoyed by that. In all honesty, New York City's state is New Jersey. Like the rest of the state of New York is like an entirely
It's like a different.
place.
Oh yeah, like I have relatives who live in like Syracuse. Something. This doesn't feel like the same state. Yeah,
At all.
Yeah.
Like everything about the rest. Like okay, the city is the big capital. The rest of New York stuff happens in New Jersey, not in upstate New York, other than Albany, which is, I guess, the capital, but whatever.
I know certain states have that city where it's like Illinois, Springfield, that's your capital, really? It's not Chicago, it's Springfield? Okay.
Right.
Grow up.
Sure it is.
Sure it is. All right, little guy. Pat Illinois in the head. Also, Eric just posted a Reddit thread that GTA 6 is hiring a job listing for marketing campaigns for TV and movie theaters. It's happening. See?
Well, yeah,
that'll just be like a trailer.
Yeah,
like there was
and stuff will go.
Yeah, I've seen like Wolverine trailers in the movie theaters and stuff.
Yeah, there was a Wolverine trailer in that movie theater.
Do you think that's Oh no, that would be spoiling. Do you think that's like similar corporate synergy to putting Fox in the Mario movie and then having a Star Fox game? Did your Wolverine trailer show who like the other main character is? Yeah, do you think that's like on purpose?
Wait, no, there's another main character? Oh no, it didn't. Or did it? I don't remember actually. I wasn't paying that much attention to Wolverine trailer.
Everything's fine. If you have not seen Spider-Man and you don't want something spoiled for you, cover your ears. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. I'm just going to say one thing really quick, and then we'll move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The second main character of Wolverine is Jean Grey. Like she is, like Laura Bailey is playing her
first trailer.
Yeah, but she is like a main character.
She's playable.
In some missions, she is playable, from what I've heard.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
So she is like the main character. And so I'm curious, like, is there you got a little movie with Jean Grey. What if we got a game with Jean Grey?
I mean, yeah, it's Sony Pictures, Sony, PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's all Sony.
It's all Minions and Monsters, baby. That movie did not do well, by the way. Poor Minions and Monsters. Darren liked it.
Thank you.
Darren liked it. He did, because it's all about old cinema. He doesn't know shit about movies. We had to cut the podcast early because he had to go see Eli Roth's The Ice Cream Man. You know what? He probably didn't like it. Yeah, Eli Roth made a horror movie called The Ice Cream Man, and it used a bunch of AI apparently, and everyone hates it.
Yeah, like that sounds dumb.
It's been described as that last scene when all the kids rip that lady apart from weapons, but for 80 minutes and bad.
That's hard to do because that scene was awesome.
Yeah, that scene was sick as hell.
How do you make that scene bad?
How do you make that bad? Well, go see The Ice Cream Man. Did you watch or play anything else?
I've been rewatching stuff, but mostly it's me. Fun fact: my son got in trouble again.
Did he lose the Switch again? Don't tell me he lost the Switch.
No, he didn't lose the Switch, but he lost privileges over controlling the TV. So either me or Kia basically has to put something on for him to watch.
Wow.
So what I've been doing is sitting him down in front of like cool anime. So like he hadn't seen Legend of Korra, so we're doing a rewatch of Legend of Korra, which is fucking great. Goddamn, I love that series. I started him on Hajime no Ippo, which is the famous boxing anime series. Fantastic series, probably in my top 3, maybe 1 or 2 of anime I've ever seen. Period. Like, it's that good. And he's been catching up on Jujutsu Kaisen, which maybe he shouldn't be watching.
Yeah. I was about to say, is that about as like explicit as you'll go with anime, JJK?
Like for him?
Yeah. No, yeah. Obviously not for you. Yeah.
I guess here's the thing. He watched Deadpool and Wolverine, which I don't think he should have. Like it's a hard R rating. There's a lot of F-bombs and like grotesque violence. But the thing that puts people off is usually the nudity, right? Mm-hmm. There wasn't much of that in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
You don't get a ton of that in
JJK.
A lot of the the shonen animes.
No.
You might get a little fan service-y stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm noticing it. Oda is getting hornier with every arc. With every arc, he's like, what if Nami's tits were a little bigger? what if everyone less clothes?
Like any female character anywhere, and I just like just background characters, main characters, whatever.
Boa Hancock. Oh my god, Boa being in love with Luffy is so funny. He
It's
does
a good
not
bit.
understand it at all, and he'll hug her, and she'll be like, "Ah." It's so funny.
And he's the one person, because she's such a man eater,
Yeah.
except for Luffy. Like the one person who
and he just doesn't get it. All he wants
Right.
to do is eat and fight. I kind of love it.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But all that being said, in terms of like trying to keep him pure or whatever, I did, for cultural reasons, have him start watching the Boondocks, the Aaron McGruder animated series.
Yeah.
On HBO, that show is
How-
uncensored.
I was about to say, how vulgar was that?
There is straight up soft peen in the Boondocks Uncensored.
So it does it pass Jack's floppy dong theory? So we're safe. It's non-sexualized floppy peen.
Sometimes sexualized.
You probably. I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if your kids should be watching this.
It's definitely borderline. Like,
Okay.
I'm leaning towards I probably should not have had him watch
Sure.
it, but at least I'm watching it with him.
Yeah. There you go.
So like I can put into context anything he has questions about, and he will have questions. But like it's a cultural education.
Yeah.
He needs to know where some of these references, because like Kia as well has missed the entirety of the series, and when she's watching it with us, she's like, "Oh, that's where that comes from. Like this is a thing that people just say all the time."
I love that.
And it's like that's where that comes from. Like my son is really into Jersey Club right now. It's a genre of music, like real kind of EDM-ish, whatever. But like it remixes just like stuff, like other people's songs, sound bites from like TV, movies, whatever. There's a song that my son really likes that is just continuously repeats, "A Pimp Named Slickback." He did not know, we watched the episode together. He's like, "That's where that's from."
No. There'll be every once in a while I'll hear like an
from.
oldie and I'll be like, "Oh, that's what that Kanye sample was from." Like I just am getting it now, and it's like decades later. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, so for reasons like that, I thought it was important. Like you should see what this is, just so you just have that context.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm having fun forcing my son to watch stuff that I like.
That's fun. And he's digging Boondocks and digging Korra. And
yeah, everything. And that's the thing. Anytime I suggest something to him, he usually likes it, but it's the thing where like he hates when dad is right. So like he'll put it off when I say, "Hey, maybe you should check out this." He's like, "Yeah, whatever. I'll watch Captain Man or whatever that stupid ass Nickelodeon show
Captain
is
Man?
with the kids. Henry Danger is what that show. Like he loves that show. That show's stupid.
I've never heard it. Is it like Johnny Bravo?
No. It's a superhero show. Like it's a kid who becomes a sidekick to a superhero.
Oh,
but
it's
like
live
Nickelodeon.
action.
Yeah, it's live action. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's okay. It's okay. It's bottom tier of all that new live action Nickelodeon stuff. Is probably on the higher tier, but most of that stuff is trash. It is straight garbage water.
No, like none of this exists in my head. Like I don't know anything.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
I don't know what Nickelodeon's doing. I was just like, are they still doing Cat Dog? Those beavers still.
Cat Dog was such a weird ass show.
Yeah, there was they had a weird period there where it was like after their big things had kind of crested. They were like, what do we do now? They were tripping. Yeah.
Cat Dog was fun, but like, what the fuck were they thinking?
I don't know. They weren't. It was the 90s. Everything was wild.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Red. A couple super chats before we wrap up. Fuzzy Freestyle, thank you so much. A $5 dono. Have either of you played the Wild Arms series, Wild West JRPGs? I played 3 of the 4 available on PSN this year. I hope they put 5 on there soon. No, that is. I'm a big PS1 era JRPG guy. But my blind spot is the fact that growing up, I only played the Square games. I played all the Square games, but those were pretty much the only RPGs I played on PS1, which there was like 30 of them, so it was fine. But that left a lot of random blind spots that I've been trying to get through, stuff like Grandia and the Suikoden series. Wild Arms I've never touched, and I've had like the first one on a pocket emulator forever to jump in. I know it's like a Wild West JRPG, that's my shit.
That's interesting. Has anyone else done that? Wild West?
Literally kind of no. There's like one of the stories in Live Alive is which was like 8 different campaigns. One of them is a Wild West one, but and there's one character in Final Fantasy VIII who is kind of a cowboy, but is like he's just in it. He's just a cowboy in a story that isn't about cowboys, which is fun. Yeah,
he's like Woody from Toy Story in Andy's bedroom.
Yeah, it's like, I guess honestly, it is kind of like being next to like a spaceman and a dinosaur and a slinky dog and everything. Yeah, it's pretty much Final Fantasy. But yeah, maybe I'll get to Wild Arms at some point. Fuzzy Freestyle. Fungus Finder, thank you so much. $2 dono. I feel like I'm going to get FOMO bullied into GTA. I don't want anyone to feel like that. I'm just very curious.
But probably, yeah.
But probably, I mean, if you have like a PS5, that shit's probably collecting dust. You want to put something big and fancy on it. I don't know. And also, like, getting FOMO bullied isn't the worst thing every once in a while. Sometimes it happens. Like, I got kind of borderline FOMO bullied into One Piece. Now I'm watching and I'm having a great time. My whole goddamn identity. B. Smalley, thank you so much. A $5 dono. When will another Fire Emblem let me have kids and then use them as child soldiers? I would do literally anything for a Switch 2 port. Please, Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo lost a little bit of respect when they went away from that. Nintendo, let us make our characters child soldiers and have their children become child soldiers. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Chef Eric, thank you so much. A $2 dono. Do we really think Red Dead 3, or do we think Red Dead 3 is already in production? I'm sure people have been kicking around ideas for Red Dead 3 for quite a while. I believe Rockstar is very much an all hands on deck studio, or most hands on deck. So I imagine most hands have been on Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah.
And will be until November.
That's probably a safe bet.
I would bet there is a small team at Rockstar working on the next Red Dead.
Yeah, after hitting certain milestones.
I just feel like any major franchise that is that big, anything, the second one ships, before one ships, there are people working on the next one. Zelda, Call of Duty. I mean, anything at Ubisoft, anything at Bethesda, anything at Nintendo, Sony. Like, the second something hits, someone is working on the next Spider-Man, the next Tsushima. I don't know, it just makes sense, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I would. Blue Team, thank you so much. A $5 dono. Oop. Sorry, my thing wigged out. Blue Team, thank you so much. $5 dono. Looking forward to Fire Emblem. Still debating on getting the collector's edition. I think it is quote unquote only $120. When's the last time you got a collector's edition of a game?
That might have been maybe Dark Souls 3. It was like a steel book.
Oh, not like the big one.
No. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten like the most expensive version of a
sure.
But
the $300 one. Yeah.
Yeah, but that I remember that coming in a steel book, and that was the only thing that I did that for.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have even been by accident.
There you go. God, yeah, I haven't bought a. I was never a big collector's edition or even like a steelbook guy. I guess the closest thing now is I bought.
That's surprising, honestly. That you weren't like a collector's edition guy.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't. For a lot of my life, I didn't want to be surrounded by plastic shit, and now I want to be surrounded by plastic shit. So it's weird how that works.
Yeah, after a certain age, that just happens where you enter your plastic shit phase.
But I've still totally committed to digital games, except for like games of the PS3 era and earlier, which I still seek out physical copies of. But a lot of times I'll just play the emulated version. So I don't know.
But you seek them out just to know you have them.
Yeah, I kind of like a collection. I like a lot of them have nice manuals. Like I had the GTA trilogy from the original Xbox, so 3, San Andreas, and Vice City and everything. And it's this big old case, and each one has like a big instruction booklet and a fold-out map poster.
Yeah, they used to come with a big ass map.
I pulled out like my map of Liberty City, and I was like, oh, that's where like the ammunition is over there. Like I don't know, it's kind of nice. I like that shit.
That map is in the game as well, right?
Sure, but you gotta hit a button.
You pause it, edit.
You gotta hit a button. I can't hold up my actual map in real life.
I feel like I put one of those maps up on my wall in my bedroom as a teenager or whatever.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that is the most early aughts teen shit imaginable. Jam on Toast, $2 dono. Thank you so much. I would argue Mark Hamill is the best Joker. Might be the most iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the best. I think Heath Ledger's Joker performance is the most impressive Joker thing. I think like the breadth of Mark Hamill's Joker performance takes the cake just in terms of how long he's been doing it or how often he did it.
Yeah, and when we were referencing Heath Ledger's Joker as like the benchmark, we're talking about like theatrical, like when people play the Joker, it is measured against not Mark Hamill's vocal performance, but Heath Ledger's on-screen performance.
Yeah, and it's
like,
crazy because he was able to kind of, I think, completely lap Nicholson, who before that was very
by
iconic.
a lot.
It'd be hard to go back to. Like, I'm curious if Barry Keoghan will pop up as the Joker in the Batman 2, because he had that like really short scene at the very end of the Batman 1. Do you remember, like in Arkham, you could see him through like glass?
Yeah.
I'm curious if he hasn't been a part of the big casting news for Batman 2. You know, they've been like, Sebastian Stan's in the movie and Scarlett Johansson and everything. But yeah, curious.
Who's Sebastian Stan playing?
They haven't said. A lot of people thought Harvey Dent, which I could kind of see as like a Two-Face.
Yeah, he was like a fake
but then there was some
in the Thunderbolts movie.
That is true. Yeah, but then there was some scuttlebutt that he might be playing like the Calendar Man, Mr. Zaz. I don't know if those are the same people, but some crazy serial killer.
No, those are different people. Isn't the Calendar Man like a running joke? Oh, I'm thinking of Condiment Man.
There's a Condiment Man?
Yeah.
Calendar Man, I think, plays a important role in the long Halloween run of comics, which I've read and which is really good, and which some people think the movie might pull some stuff of. I don't know. He loves calendars. Gotta love
Calendar Man sounds like a joke, but is a real villain. Condiment Man, or Condiment King, thank you, Eric, is a joke villain.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like
he
he's shooting
exists
guns
and is always made fun of.
Yeah, he's shooting like mustard and fucking ketchup out of his gun. His gun looks like it might be half mayo as well, which I don't like that at all. Simon T, thank you so much, $2 Canadian. Any hype for Star Wars Zero Company? That's the Star Wars Tactics game that's coming out, I think, later this month. A couple weeks.
I like the idea behind that. I personally don't care enough about the Star Wars IP to jump at it.
Oh.
But that did remind me that there's that the Vision series got a spinoff, Star Wars The Ninth Jedi.
Oh yeah, for a second when you said Vision, I was thinking like the Marvel Vision. I was like, what? He is getting a spinoff called the Vision Quest. But yeah, I saw The Ninth Jedi. That's like, and it's one director doing like the whole, or it's like one art style. It's not doing the bounce in between them.
Yeah, they were able to take one of the shorts from Visions and actually turn it into like a full thing, which I was hoping they do for some of the other ones, because Visions had like a lot of dope shit, but then also the other anthology thing they did called Kizazi Moto, which was like Afrofuturist stories. That had a bunch of cool shorts too. And I was like, oh, this would be like a really good spin-off thing. So it kind of gives hope that maybe they'll do that, but I don't know. Like Star Wars is a much bigger IP.
But it seems it seems like with both Star Wars and Marvel, in terms of Disney Plus TV stuff, they're going to start focusing more on animated. Like I think them dumping a ton of money into the live action Disney Plus stuff, they are pulling back from. Like they're like, okay, live action will be in theaters, animated will be on Disney Plus, and I think that's kind of a good idea. If I'm being honest, like
I think so. I want more people to flock to that though.
Yeah, like
that's the thing. A lot of people need to watch this animated stuff.
Have you watched the X-Men? X-Men, what was it, 90?
No, that is next on my list. Like I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
I haven't watched this new season. The first season's great.
You just started the first season?
Oh, I've only watched the first season. I haven't watched the second season that just got binge dropped. Cool. Jaeger Lux with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Marty, did you finish Splatoon? And then Casey and Marty, Gurren Lagann. God damn it, Jaeger Lux. We've already seen Gurren Lagann.
I wouldn't mind a rewatch. They were talking about the compilation movies. What was it, last week?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll watch it again. I don't give a fuck.
Cops can't stop me. Gurren Lagann's great. Yeah. That'll be our next funny goal. Casey and I'll just watch Gurren Lagann on a stream.
Are there Gurren Lagann games?
Gurren Lagann games? I think they were I think there were only mobile ones that might not be playable anymore, because I feel like when I watched it last year, I looked it up because I was like, oh, if there's a game, Casey and I could play it for a stream. But I don't think there was. There
is a Kill la Kill game. Like I bought it recently in a Humble Bundle.
Is it any good? Do you know?
If I remember, it's an arena fighter, which I generally hate, but I remember it was doing something really cool where it was basically being a what if story in terms of like, if these characters did this, then it would spin off in this direction. So yeah, like I remember the review saying that it was interesting what they did with that, but I don't remember if any of the arena fighting was any good. Probably not. It's an arena fighter.
Sure. Yeah.
Those probably aren't very good.
Yeah, judging by the history.
But I'm going to check it out eventually.
How long ago did that come out? Do you know?
A while ago. This was like years and years ago.
Gotcha. And then Jaegerlux, I have not finished Splatoon. I'm very close. I'll probably finish it tonight or tomorrow. I've already, I've been, I think I've talked about before, maybe on the podcast with Yahtzee, which, as a reminder, we have a Post-Ramblemmatic, a new weekly audio-only podcast for patrons, where Yahtzee sits down with someone else who's also played the game that he reviewed that week, and we just shoot the shit about it for 30 minutes or so. Last week, him and Nick did it with Pal World, and then this week, him and I did it with Splatoon Raiders. So check that out. I'm sure at some point in the future, that's something you'll be able to be on, and Jesse and Jay, and just
as soon as I can play some video games.
whatever the games that we're playing line up with Yachi's schedule. But I've not finished Splatoon yet. I've been doing kind of everything. Like I'll just like I'll do all the missions, and I'll do the hard versions of all the missions. And I've made it to, without spoiling, the center of the map, and I've gone down into the hole. And so Yahtzee has told me I'm close-ish to finishing the game. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Fun stuff.
I'll jump into that as well.
And then it's entertaining. It's a great kind of second screener as well. And then Chef Eric, thank you so much, a $2 dono. Forced overtime dono, 10 of the 12 hours, 2 hour stream, please.
What?
Wait, we can't do 10 of 12 hours. Forced overtime dono, 10 of 12 hours. I think he is currently doing forced overtime, and he is at the 10-hour mark of a 12-hour shift. And then is asking us
for 2 hours in order to help.
You know what? We got
through.
close.
Gotcha.
We didn't get there, but we did get close. It's close-ish to 2 hours. I thought this was going to be a nice 90, and I was wrong.
When you do overtime, when you get close to the end of the shift, you can just clock out, right? Like they'll still count.
Yeah, you're like, I already did a little bonus. I can't do it anymore. Yeah,
just round it up.
That's fine. Yeah, if your bosses yell at you, blame us. The man on the internet told me I could.
And don't forget, if you got TVs in your office TV, put second wind videos and live streams.
Go into the break room. And put some more pods on.
That's still an ongoing mission. We need to, at some point, get feedback like sent to us via like maybe the Patreon or the Discord. Like, hey, show us your guerrilla marketing.
Show us your guerrilla marketing, and we'll send you a code. We'll send you a code for Jackbox 4. Congrats. Thanks for going to Circuit City and putting us on all the TVs. Also for traveling back in time a decade to when Circuit City existed.
That would help.
Casey, what do you have going on? What should folks know about from you?
From me, I don't have any forward-facing things popping up, but I don't know. Keep your eyes to the socials, I guess. I mentioned last week, as El Cheshire and I were playing Avatar Legends, I'll be away for the next 2 Sundays for Super Smash Sunday. So I believe Jesse Galena will be filling in for me and partnering with El Cheshire to do some fighting game streams over on the Second Wind channel.
Nice.
I think they'll be playing Guilty Gear Strive. That was a challenge El Cheshire levied at Jesse a very long time ago, and Jesse was like, "Yeah, I'll take you on." So that should be fun. Join them and join into matches because I'm sure those lobbies work, unlike Avatar Legends, which needs an update in order to get that going. But we'll revisit that game. That game will probably get updates, and we'll come back to it in the future and see how it's evolved.
Yeah, it's one of the fun things about jumping into a fighting game at launch is seeing how it kind of evolves.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, check out the Sunday streams. They will be happening, even though I'll be away. And this Saturday, Adventures Night is dropping. It's an Adventures Night weekend. So check that out. What episode is that? 6?
I think it's
7.
The one's going to be 7. I want to say.
Oh my God, it's been 7.
We're in the mouth of a goddamn hell house.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Check that out. Those episodes are really good. Like they continue to ramp up, and good God, are y'all in for such a freaking treat?
Yeah, the last half of the season is some very cool shit. Even as like a third party observer, just very cool shit.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And also, not a thing I did, but if you're on the Patreon, make sure you check out Jess's SWG Crips video. It's really fucking funny.
Shockingly dumb video by Jess at the $5 tier and above. Remember, this week, a lot of stuff at that tier. Yesterday, you got Yahtzee's You got Yahtzee's Post Ramblematic with me. Tomorrow you'll get a great group video that is our Dark Souls Part 2 tier list of who would be roommates. So the follow up to our previous Very Dumb video that Yahtzee, Jack, Jay, and Jesse Galena and I did. But like you mentioned earlier today, Jess's video, if you remember MTV Cribs and ever asked yourself, what if this was set in the lands between from Elden Ring, you can have that video because, man, it is just the weirdest shit. And I love that.
It was so funny. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's extremely dumb. So, make sure you check that out as well as all that other stuff. And then I don't think there's gonna be any no Second Wind stream tomorrow. I won't be streaming tomorrow evening. I'll be out of town. I'll probably be streaming again on Saturday evening though. And then no Unpacked as well tomorrow because Nick has been moving this week. But like I said, you will get that Patreon video, group video tomorrow, and I'll put out a little post about all those other Patreon videos that you should catch up on. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you so much, everyone who tuned in live. Everyone on YouTube in the comments being so sweet. All of you super chatters, anyone in the Patreon, thank you so much. Anyone listening on your podcast, appreciate y'all. I would tip this cap, but I don't think that's how this thing works. So for Eric and Casey, this was Marty. This was Firelink episode number 122. Thank you guys so much. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.